Let me talk to you. I don't wanna fight, I don't wanna argue. If we acknowledge the problem, then maybe we can solve it, babe. You ain't gotta speak, oh no, please don't bother. The pain too deep between you and me, don't let it go no farther. I respect you like my mother, you love me like your father. We barely knew our parents, so that made our job much harder. By the blind, we both was brought up, no love is what they taught us. We reciprocate the hate we learned, and somehow they still fought us. All we needed was some tender love and care. A crowded room, don't be confused, ain't none there. Yeah. Say all we needed was some tender love and care. They want you around, but you feel love when you not there. Oh, it ain't fair, you see, I promise I would never push you, never hit you, I will only love you. Promise that I got your tat, I'm proving there can never be another. Promise that I got your back and we would never let each other struggle. I honor that you got my back, cause you the brain and baby I'm the muscle, so I trust you. That's why I love you. You keep the devil beneath your feet, but God above you. Babe, that's why I trust you. That's why I love you. You keep the devil beneath your feet, but God above you. They call us the power couple. Shout out to others who left some things along the way, but not each other. Hey, my power couple, straight from the struggle. They lost some things along the way, but not each other. They call them. You can put the house in your name, I can put the lights in my name. You can put the gas in your name, put the layaway in my name. I can put the car in your name, put the cable in my name. I pay it off with my change, never wanna hear you complain. Yeah, now I respect you like my sister, you trust me like your brother. Our friends have separated, but we still ain't left each other. They talk down because they jealous, move on is what they tell us. When the love this strong, get in your bone, is known to be rebellious. All we needed was some tender love and care. You call on family, for some ain't none there. Yeah. Say all we needed was some tender love and care. You got that love, it's best you keep it, cause it's real, it ain't fair. You see, I promise I would never push you, never hit you, never disrespect you. Promise that it's ever drama, I'm the one that's coming to protect you. Promise that I got your back, and if you ever feeling any pressure, I honor that you got my back, cause we unstoppable when we together, so I trust you. That's why I love you. Yeah. You keep the devil beneath your feet, but God above you. Babe, that's why I trust you. That's why I love you. You keep the devil beneath your feet, but God above you. They call us the power couple. Shout out to others who left some things along the way, but not each other. Hey, my power couple, straight from the struggle. They left some things along the way, but not each other. They call us the power. You can put the house in your name, I can put the lights in my name. You can put the gas in your name, put the layaway in my name. I can put the car in your name, put the cable in my name. I pay it off with my change, never wanna hear you complain. Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. Nah. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. They talking, you listen, that's family. They don't tell your business, that's family. They calling your phone, coming looking for you. They say that you missing, that's family. They don't need permission, that's family. When you hurt, they can feel it, that's family. Let them come while you're cheering, that's family. Let them come when you living, that's family. Family all around me. Hey, family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Hey, family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. Hey, ain't nobody fighting around here. Ain't nobody shooting around here. Everybody that's around here, family. All love, no hate, be clear. No shade, all love, be real. You love me, you should know how it feel. Tired of all these badass kids. Tired of paying all these bills. Family going through the same thing, so they know exactly how you feel. They supply a shoulder I can cry. I provide a place where they can heal. Leave my money out, they don't steal. Let them have it if it's for a bill. Soldier for me when they in the field. Only way I live, family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. Family all around me.
You can do what you wanna do, but don't get focused. And you can say what you wanna say, but then get yoked up. It ain't all fun, it ain't all games. All fun, it ain't all games. When you playing them with me, playing them with me. Don't all my brothers look the same. All my brothers look the same. You fell off another tree, obviously. But you can do what you wanna do, but don't get fucked up, don't get fucked up. Come on, come on. And you can say what you wanna say, but then get yoked up. You can do what you wanna do, but don't get fucked up, don't get fucked up. And you can say what you wanna say, but then get yoked up, don't get fucked up.
All right, Shalom family, grace and peace. Thank y'all for tuning in F.O.P.E Civil War for our people's edification. I am your host, Shar Sham. Got my big brother with me today, Kjudah, in the building. CUC family, let's get it.
That's right, family. Big salute to the family, giving all praise to the Most High Yah and faith in Yahshua Ha Mashayach. And to the Israelite family worldwide, I say peace and blessings. Let's get it, Sham.
Already. And I want to say shalom to all the mods, Weezy One Love, Star Lima, everybody in the chat.
That's right.
All the mods from the CUC family, Orca 007, Eve Ate the Fruit of Lies. Who else, Kjudah? I can't remember everybody. Shalom to August Dreams in the building. Everybody, you know, the whole F.O.P.E CUC family.
That's
you know,
right.
family. But yeah, family. So tonight's class is going to be about our beloved King Rehoboam and where he mixed or was he not. And the issue is with this topic, it's a topic that you know has been in Israel for years that brothers try to use to justify race mixing. And this is one of the things that they love to push. King Rehoboam was mixed. That's what they say, right? So we're gonna go over some scriptures tonight, use some slides. We're gonna talk about a lot of different things and topics according to this. And we're gonna show y'all, was he really mixed or not? And what was the deal with King Rehoboam? And it's not no bias research or study, it's just truth and how we're gonna talk about it. And shalom to the brother, I believe 10K. We saw your question about this. This is something that me and Kjudah. Oh, shalom to Elder Moshe too. Most High bless Elder Moshe in the building. I see Elder Israel Judite. Shalom to Jason, Notorious Hebrew. Everybody in the building. Most High bless. But this is a topic 10K that we're not touching on anymore. Myself nor Kjudah are going to touch on it because we already know what's going to happen if we speak on it, and it's going to get. We don't want our platforms to get taken down. But we talk about this though behind the scene, and but we it's something that we're not going to speak publicly on probably no more. It's like I said, man, it's politics with certain things. So certain people can't say certain stuff or talk about certain topics, and I guess that's one of them. Because as soon as I put that video up, they came on an attack. So, and that's just not what we want. But okay. So we can get into it, Kjudah. You want to say anything before we get started?
I just want to say, let's get it.
All right. So wherever you want to start, or you want to just go straight to the agenda, it's up to you.
Yeah, I just want to show what happened with Solomon and the wives. I want to show that first in 1 Kings chapter 11.
Okay.
1 Kings chapter 11. Solomon had a bunch of wives, but the Most High allowed this particular woman to get pregnant to have his son. But it's something that happened that did not change anything within his son. And we're going to see why. This is 1 Kings chapter 11. And I'm going to pick it up at verse 1 through 6, and then I'll tell y'all when I'm going to jump down. First, we got to understand, why did the Lord split the kingdom for Solomon's son to be chosen to sit up on the throne? Let's see why. This is 1 Kings chapter 11, verse 1 through 6. And
Hey, Judah, you breaking up real bad.
huh?
You breaking up real bad. Like your mic was muffling in and out. I don't know what it was when you was reading. I was telling you before you start.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm good now.
Yeah, we hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. It say, but King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughters of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites and Ammonites. Remember that, family. Women of the Moabites and Ammonites. But remember the Ammonites. Remember the Ammonites. Women of the Moabites and Ammonites and Edomites, Sidonians and Hittites, of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye should not go in to them, neither should they come in unto you. For surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love.
Right. And
go ahead.
No, and we know Solomon sinned because of this, because when he got of old age, what did he start doing? He started worshiping their gods. You see what I'm saying? That was Solomon's sin from it. Go ahead, KJ.
And he had 700 wives and princesses and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. For it came to pass, when Solomon was old, that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with the Lord his power, as was the heart of David his father. For Solomon went after Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Sidonians, and after Malcolm, the abomination of the Ammonites. And Solomon did evil in the sight of the Lord, and went not fully after the Lord, as did David his father. Now jump down to verse.
So Solomon's sin, family, was spiritual fornication, spiritual adultery, pretty much like what Israel did. We went a whoring after other false. We went a whoring after false deities and gods, and not worshiping the Most High Yahweh anymore. Go ahead, KJ.
Now jump down to verse 11 through 13. 11 through 13. And it reads, wherefore the Lord said unto Solomon, for as much as this is done of thee, and thou hast not kept my covenant and my statutes, which I have commanded thee, I will surely rend the kingdom from thee, and will give it to thy servant. Notwithstanding, in thy days I will not do it for David thy father's sake, but I will rend it out of the hand of thy son. Who was his son? Rehoboam. Rehoboam, family. But you're gonna find out, why did he even allow Rehoboam to sit on the throne? Shar Sham gonna prove that to you.
So since now we dealt with that at first, right? But first we need to go back, because we have to do it in a timeline through the blood lineage and show y'all the blood lineage sequence. So this is why we have to go back. So now we're gonna show y'all why, but we got to start with Lot, the Moabites, the Ammonites, the genealogy, and the way that stuff went. So all right, KJ, you ready? We're gonna go to Genesis now.
Already.
So we're gonna jump to Genesis, family, and we're gonna start Genesis 19 and verse 29. We're gonna show y'all because you have to understand the bloodline lineage first before it all. So what we see here, right, is and let me give a shout out and praise to my big brother Kjudah. He put together a beautiful timeline chart, and he put together some beautiful imagery because we know y'all need to see a sign. So we want to show y'all the timeline and how all this link up for us with the bloodline. So we got to start with Lot because we don't want to go all the way back to Abraham. We don't want to make the class real long. It's going to deteriorate from the teaching. So we're going to jump to Lot. Genesis 19. We're going to start at verse 29 to 38. So as y'all understand, our forefather Lot is Abraham's nephew. Lot was a Hebrew. Lot daughters are Hebrews. This is what I have to understand. But we're going to show y'all what happens when with mixing and stuff like that. And this is how it all connects. This is what the Most High showed me. Go ahead.
This is Genesis 19 and verse 29. And it reads, and it came to pass when God destroyed the cities of the plain, that God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities which Lot dwelt. And the Lord went up out of Zoar, and Lot went up out of Zoar, and dwelt in the mountains, and his two daughters with him. For he feared to dwell in Zoar, and he dwelt in a cave, he and his two daughters. And the firstborn said unto the younger, our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth. Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father.
Right. Now, see, and this was the first mistake that the daughters made. They was trying to preserve the seed of their father, but in their mind, they thought it was no more people, and it was just the three of them, and it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? The Lord just destroyed those 5 cities in Solomon and Gomorrah. So, but I don't want to be I don't want to say the wrong thing because I know some people are, but we just saying how women emotions is and thoughts. I don't think his daughters was really thinking at this time of what was going on. They just did stuff out of haste. You know what I'm saying, Kjudah?
Absolutely.
A female perspective. They really wasn't thinking. But go ahead.
And the firstborn said unto the younger, our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth. Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night. And the firstborn went in and lay with her father, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. And it came to pass on the morrow that the firstborn said unto the younger, behold, I lay yesternight with my father. Let us make him drink wine this night also, and go thou in and lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night also, and the younger arose and lay with him. And he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. Thus were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father.
Right. So now both of the daughters of Lot is pregnant with child by Lot. Now he got this is which is incest. So this is what they call in medical terminology inbreeding. So this is out of my medical book. Read the other 2 verses, Kjudah.
Already.
Verse no, matter of fact, you just read this. Let's start with the inbreeding first.
I got you. Inbreeding, mating between organisms that are genetically more closely related than organisms selected at random from the population.
Right, meaning other people or other organisms, not your close blood kin from random people from other population. Go ahead.
A practice of mating animals that are closely related. The term is clearly related to how the population is defined. The higher the I in the population, the less it will lie in the individual mating.
Right. So we can jump to the next 2 verses because I believe the next slide should be incest. Or okay, well, yeah, you can jump to the next 2 verses.
Okay. Verse 37. And the firstborn bare a son, and called his name Moab. The same is the father of the Moabites unto this day.
Right.
And the younger, she also bare a son, and called his name Ben-Ami. The same is the father of the children of Ammon unto this day.
Right. So now what we have to understand, family, is okay, both of these daughters by this black man, Lot, which is a Hebrew. So let me go back. And these 2 black Hebrew women, they had 2 children, right? So in One West, they trying to get you to believe that this black man had a Chinese son and a Japanese son, which is totally false. Moab and Ammon are not the Chinese and Japanese. I will repeat, Moab and Ammon is not the Chinese or the Japanese. People inbreed all the time, and they push forth children. And you know what their children look like? The same genome that they look like. Okay? This is what you have to understand. This is inbreeding, not outbreeding. The problem with inbreeding is the blood is too pure. You see what I'm saying? And not and that what makes it unpure. You see what I'm saying, Kjudah?
Absolutely.
Your gene don't change to a different look. The thing is, you won't find any scriptures in the Bible that says Moab and Ammon came out looking like this, that, or anything else. It's nowhere in there. This is what One West added and try to say that Moab and Ammon is the Chinese and Japanese, so they could, because this is what they was teaching. Fact. You're not your geno. They didn't come out looking like another nation of people. That's false. It's not true. It's not biblical. But this is what they teach. Okay, so what are Moab and Ammon? Well, according to the scriptures in the Torah, Moab and Ammon are considered to be bastards. Okay, which is right here. They're not mansers. They're not mongrel, because a mongrel is different from being a bastard. A bastard is right here, a child of illegitimate intercourse. That's what they are. They are children of illegitimate intercourse because their blood is too pure. This is what happened to Moab and Ammon. They Hebrews. They're not Israelites, but they still Hebrews. They just what you would call a bastard people because of the illegitimate blood, of the illegitimate intercourse that they had with their father, which make them to be castaways, meaning they cast out because of that.
Because it was too closely related.
It was too closely related. That's all it is, family. That's all. It ain't got nothing to do how they look or none of that stuff, because that's not even scriptural. It's because of their blood is too pure. That's why they call bastards. Mongrels is the same word here. What you see right here in the Hebrew word bastard is mongrel. This is the same word they use for the mongrel race, meaning the mixed people too. So a bastard, mongrel, it's all lines up under the same category, but they're all not the same. You're a mongrel when you're race mixing. You're a bastard when your blood is of illegitimate intercourse, okay? Meaning closely related, and pretty much their bloodline is diluted. This is why the Lord did not want us to mix with Moab and Ammon, because they have a diluted bloodline. Their blood genome, when they get into your bloodline, it causes defects. It causes problems in your bloodline, like today. And I've been trying to find it, research the name of it, right? But it's this disease that you get in your blood that deteriorates you and make you go backwards, where you'll stop talking, walking. It'll put you in a bed, man, and it goes through generational bloodlines. This is the issue with Moab and Ammon. This is why the Lord don't want us to mix with them. So they're not, Moab and Ammon are not mansers. Or, well, they are mansers, but they really bastards. Bastard child of illegitimate. That's what all they are. They're not mongrel people at all because of their genome.
Just like if I could just say this,
Yeah,
a family member messed with one of the close cousins. The child came out missing an ear.
Right.
Because it was too closely related. This is a true story. A family member was messing with one of the relatives, found out they was cousins. The child came out missing the ear, family. So because it was too closely related.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? Like this wasn't no third, fourth down the line kinfolk. No, this was first, like that close. Yeah, that's closely related. You know what I'm saying? So it can happen. But guess what? It did not change the way the child looked.
Right.
It just that it was too closely related.
Right. And what happened is it's like putting a positive and a positive together and a negative together. All it's going to do is cause a defect. That's the issue. You can't have, two of the same together in genetics because it causes a defect. So
Hey,
go ahead, KJ.
thank you for saying that, brother. Now, y'all heard what Sham just said about the positive. Now, this is why the Lord don't like mixing. That's why you can't mix anything, just like linen and wool. And I love using this example. In the Bible, the Lord tell us not to mix linen and wool, but he never said why I don't mix it. So when you do the research on it, linen and wool is too powerful for you to mix it together. Linen run right to left and wool run left to right. If you put them together, it become dead. It's just, it drop dead. You put them on together, you will get sick. It's too powerful. So that's why you got to do one or the other. It's the same way with our blood. He don't want you mixing your blood. You dilute your blood.
Mm-hmm.
You can't mix nothing. You can't mix apple seeds. You can't mix animals. You can't mix clothes. The Lord don't want you mixing nothing. So linen and wool is the same way. You can't put both of them on your body because nothing will work. It would just drop dead. They run on 5,000 megahertz. You can't put both of them on your body at one time. So can you imagine a pure-blooded Israelite diluting their seed or their blood? Now the child become weak.
Right.
You don't have the strength that you have when you get an Israelite mother, Israelite father.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when you look at a lot of athletes, Shar Sham, when the father is black, the mother is black, niggas jumping out the gym.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Because the capacity of the child is in its full strength.
Right.
Its full ability. So.
No, you facts, bro. You brought speaking facts. And then you have your mongrel people that got some of the abilities of the parents, and then they have the Gentile abilities to do. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
Well, let's read this though, Kjudah. We're gonna jump to incest now.
Gotcha. Incest. Sexual relations between persons closely related by blood. Let me read that again.
This is what we see with Lot and his daughters. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Incest. Sexual relations between persons closely related by blood, especially between parents and children.
Right. So that's
brother and sister.
Mm-hmm.
The crime of sexual relations between persons related by blood, where such cohabitation is prohibited by law.
And by Israelite law. Now, see, this is their law, but this is Israelites' law too. I just didn't want us to read all this stuff because I want to make it too drawn out by getting all these laws. We know this is in the scriptures where I tell you we can't mess with your father's wife and aunt and all that, but we don't want to make it real long. Go ahead, KJ.
Yeah, let me just read it again without the pauses because I be thinking you're gonna interject. Okay, incest, sexual relations between persons closely related by blood, especially between parents and children. What we saw with a lot of his daughters, brothers and sisters. The crime of sexual relations between persons related by blood, where such cohabitation is prohibited by law. It's unchast. It's even lewdness. Incestuous, pertaining to incest, guilty of incest.
Right. So we know this is a crime, and it's a biblical crime as well. I'll tell you that in the Bible. That's why when people do incest, the children is cast out. Okay. Now we can read incest right here out of the etymology dictionary.
Do you want me to just start at the part where it say unchastity? Or at the top?
Start from here where it says from.
Okay. Incest, number 2. It say from incestus, unchast, or impure.
Thank you. So that's where this is the issue with Rehoboam and people that's doing incest, right? Close related. It makes you impure. So once you blood mixing, the same blood, it makes you impure. That's the most important thing, family. Rehoboam, he was not mixed at all. His blood, he just had some impure blood running through his bloodline. That's the whole deal. But his bloodline, his family, everything from his roots are the same. It's just that he have impure bloodline in his veins from his mother. That's all. And we're going to prove that further down. So that's all we need on that, family. It makes you impure when you are mixing the same bloodline. And this is why Moab and Ammon are considered bastards, because of their blood is impure, because Lot's daughters slept with their father. That's the whole issue, family. Their blood is impure. It's too pure, pretty much. What's next? Right. So when you come in one West, right, this is their table of nations, right? So they teach us that Moab and Ammon, see here, family, Chinese, Moab, Japanese, Ammon. This is what they teach us. You get your, your papers and stuff like that, table of nations, and this is what they teach. They still teach this lie today. Because I was just telling Kjudah, they had a video, Israel United in Christ. They got a whole breakdown teaching that Moab and Ammon is the Chinese and Japanese with all their little scriptures they be using. This stuff is not true, family. Moab and Ammon is not the Chinese, nor the Japanese people, okay? There's no scripture or anything in here that we ever see where it tell us that Moab and Ammon are the Chinese or Japanese or even their location. It's all off. So this is what they want you to tell you why they promote the mixing, because they want you to think that King Rehoboam and Solomon, he messed with people that look like this. And then they say, oh, Moab and Ammon, they look like this because of the mixing. They look like they have Down syndrome and their eyes are chinky and all this. This is why the Japanese and Chinese look like this. This is one West teaching, family. No lie. This is one West teaching. They teach that. So this is why they say Moab and Ammon look like this, Japanese and Chinese. This is what they say, right? So let's read about what Down syndrome is, Kjudah.
I got you, my brother. What is Down syndrome? Down syndrome is a genetic condition where people are born with an extra chromosome. Most people have 23 pairs of chromosomes within each cell in their body for a total of 46. A person diagnosed with Down syndrome has an extra copy of chromosome 21, which means their cells contain 47 total chromosomes instead of 46. This changes the way their brain and body develop.
Right. So Down syndrome is totally different from somebody having chinky eyes. This ain't got nothing to do with people having chinky eyes.
Nothing.
Let's prove that, or what they would call chinky eyes, right? So this is why we know this, family, because of this.
Bring it out, Shar. Bring it out.
You got an African woman that has slanted eyes.
Sure do.
Okay. This woman don't have Down syndrome. This ain't got nothing to do with ancestry or anything like that. But that's a one West teaching. This is what they say, that they look like that. The Japanese and Chinese look like that. They lock daughters, children, because they slept with their father and it came out looking like this. This is one West teaching. This is why I said a lot of their teachings are flawed. They won't update their information and they teach lies that don't even make sense because they can't explain why do African people and African cultures have what, Kjudah? Chinky eyes.
Chinky eyes.
Like that.
That they've been having for thousands of years.
Thank you. Thank you.
Look at that. Look at that right there.
The slanted eyes are common in Africa, right? But they telling y'all that the Japanese and the Chinese are like that because they slept with their father and they lots daughters from incest.
Right.
You see what I'm saying, family? But that's not even true. Now, matter of fact, we're gonna keep it right there. So, all right, let's go to Deuteronomy 23. Okay, Drew.
I got you. I'm already there. Yes, sir.
And they also said that because they're the children of incest, that they can't get into the kingdom. But truthfully, the Lord explains exactly why they can't get into the kingdom. It ain't just because they have ancestor blood. It's because something with Ammon, Moab and Ammon done to Israel. It's the reason why they couldn't get to the kingdom and into the kingdom forever. It really didn't have nothing to do with their geno off top. The Bible explains why.
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 23 and verse 2. A bastard should not enter into the congregation of the Lord.
Right.
Even into his 10th generation should he not enter into the congregation of the Lord.
All right, stop right there. So, okay. So, where it says a bastard, this is pretty much talking about, it covers Moab, Ammon, the Mingu people, mongrels are all them, right? But this is really dealing with children of illegitimacy, okay? Or illegitimate blood or intercourse. All of them is under that one terminology. But Moab and Ammon are not mongrel people. They're not a part of the mongrel race. They're not mongrel at all. They are illegitimate bloodline. So pretty much they just castaways, just like the mongrels. You see what I'm saying? But go ahead, read on.
Verse 3. An Ammonite or Moabite should not enter into the congregation of the Lord, even into their 10th generation. Should they not enter into the congregation of the Lord forever?
Now you notice from verse 2, it'll tell you that a bastard shall not enter into the congregation. But the Lord made it specific why a Moabite or Ammonite shall not enter into the congregation.
Bring it out.
You notice he made a separation here when he speaks on both of these. He's making a separation. He's going to tell you why Moab and Ammon can't enter. Specifically why. Yeah, they are bastards because of their illegitimate intercourse with the sex with the blood. But this is the reason why he said they can't enter. Period. He singled them out with their name. Did he not, Kjudah?
He singled them out.
Now let's see what they did, because the one West teaching is, oh, they can't come into the congregation because they children of incest, they bastards. Well, let's see what the scripture says why they can't come in. Go ahead.
Verse 4. Because they met you not with bread and water.
See?
In the way.
He said, but verse 4, because they met you not with bread and water. He ain't saying because, oh, they got ancestor blood. This ain't the big reason why. He said because they not met Israel with bread and water. Go ahead.
Because they met you not with bread and water in the way, when you came forth out of Egypt, and because they hired against thee Balaam, the son of Peor, of Pethor, of Mesopotamia, to curse thee.
See? Exactly. That's why Moab and Ammon were cast out and couldn't never come into the congregation. He gave the reason. It really wasn't because of that incest blood. That's why the Lord singled them out and told you why in the next verse. But that's a verse they never read. So that's why Moab and Ammon was cast out. It's because of what they done to the children of Israel and tried to curse us when we was coming out of Egypt. Okay, family? So moving on.
Can I get that precept real quick?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Do your thing.
This is Numbers 24 and verse 1. And when Balaam saw that it pleased the Lord to bless Israel, he went not, as at other times, to seek for enchantments, but he set his face towards the wilderness. And Balaam lifted up his eyes, and he saw Israel abiding in his tents, according to their tribes. And the Spirit of God came up upon him, and he took up his parable and said, Balaam, the son of Peor, have said, and the man whose eyes was open have said. Hold on, family. I think it's 22.
And what you see here, family.
Okay, here you go. I got it.
Go ahead.
Okay, here you go. It said, Numbers 22, verse 1. And the children of Israel set forward and pitched in the plains of Moab, on this side Jordan by Jericho. And Balak, the son of Zippor, saw all that Israel have done to the Amorites. And Moab was so afraid of the people because they were many. And Moab was distressed because of the children of Israel. And Moab said unto the elders of Midian, now should this company lick up all that are round about us, as the ox licked up the grass of the field. And Balak, the son of Zippor, was king of the Moabites at that time. Now watch what he did, family. He sent messengers, therefore, unto Balaam, the son of Peor, of Pethor, which is by the river of the land of the children of his people, to call him, saying, behold, there is a people come out from Egypt. Behold, they cover the face of the earth, and they abide over against me. Come now, therefore I pray thee, and curse me this people. There you go, Sham.
Exactly. So that's why, family. So now you have why Moab and Ammon could not come into the generations, even down to their 10th generation.
Bring it
Because
out.
y'all understand that Moab and Ammon was also trying to clean their bloodline back up too. Because y'all have to understand, we were mixing with Moabites and Ammonites as well. We were mixing with them when we wasn't supposed to. Ammon was trying to clean their bloodline up. But because you know, that's why you have what you call the 3 generations. So what y'all see here, right, family, is the original Asians, right? Or what you would call Chinese people. Because see, they try to make it as if, you know, these people came out looking like a totally different nation. That's why I added this in to show y'all how the people of antiquity look. When you go back to the original Egyptians, the original Arabs, y'all see you got your modern day Arabs from the Ottoman Empire, right? Then you got your Moabites, you got your Ammonites. All of them are still dwelling over there in them areas, family. But we know that the original Arabs are Negroes or Negro-looking people, just as the original Moabites and the original Ammonites would have been black Negro-looking people.
Absolutely.
Am I right, Kjudah?
Absolutely.
That's how they should look.
Facts.
So what happened to the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Arabs? You had the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Empire went over there, family. When you're dealing with the Ottoman Empire, you had those Turks, those Turk babies. All those people you see over there today are mingled people. That's why the scripture said the Lord said he would come over there to deal with the mingled people. They're the so-called modern day Moabite, Ammonites, and Arabs. They're all Ottoman Turks. They are not the original.
So the
whole nation of Moabite and Ammonites do not look like that. Some of them look like that, but the original ones, the original Ammonites that you seeing and Moabites, and Arabs, they should look like niggas. Point blank, period. Because that's our blood lineage. So when Rehoboam came out, he was a nigga. His mother, the Ammonite princess, she was a nigga, a Negro.
Absolutely.
Hebrew Negro. She wasn't no so-called modern day goddamn what you call generations and generations and generations and generations all the way down where we at today, so-called Jordan or daggone Palestinian. They didn't look like them because they not the original. They're the mixed out children that have been mixing for over hundreds of years now. You see what I'm saying, Kjudah?
Absolutely.
That's who they are. So they all the mingled people through their bloodline. Because the Lord said there's no end to no people. So you're not going to see and tell me. This is why I argue when they try to say everybody mixed and it's no pure-blooded people. That's BS. The Lord said there is no end to no people. So we know that it's a stock of pure-blooded Ammonites on this planet, like it's a stock of pure-blooded Edomites. Go ahead.
Talk that talk. No. I just wanted to say it's no different than when we was in slavery and how they was violating our women all the way until the time that our people are mixing on their own today, right? That do not change the fact that we Israelites. It does not change the fact that the Moabites and the Ammonites are who they are. It never changed them from not being Hebrew. It didn't change who they are.
Right.
They still Hebrew. They still Shemitic people.
Exactly.
But I'm not saying that they wasn't mixing and however they look today, because like he just told you, those are not the real Egyptians. Those are Ottoman babies. Those are not the real Arabs. Those are Ottoman Turk babies. So you see how things happen. You take over somebody's land. You call the land after yourself. Them not the real Egyptians or the real Arabs.
Right. So, and what y'all see is this is their territory. Y'all see the Ammonites territories. Y'all see the Moabite territories, right? Their territories is in Israel, family. They not in China. They not in Japan. Okay, we're going to prove that with the scriptures. Let's go to the book of Amos now. And we're going to show you when they get judged, they're going to be still in the territory where they was originally at with us. They was our neighbors. Moab and Ammon. We're our neighbors. They're our cousins. The same
with
bloodline.
Edom, Shar Sham. It was Edom, Moab, and the Ammonites were the same land we was given. If you look at ancient maps, because sometimes you got to be careful with the modern. If you look at ancient map, get what you're gonna see around Israel: Moab, Ammonites, and the Edomites.
And look, I learned this from my elders of the house of David. The first people I heard teaching that Moab and Ammon was not the Japanese and Chinese was a gathering of the Christ Church, GOCC. Elder Ricard, he did a small video talking about it. Then years and years later on, the elders of the House of David did a whole video, 2-hour video, something like that. They had a couple videos they put out proving, because they agreed and said, you know what, they isn't them. That was wrong. They the only one West Israelites in GOCC that I ever heard corrected the teaching and said Moab and Ammon are not the Chinese or Japanese. That's not true. They the only one West Israelites. Other than that, every other Hebrew Israelite camp still teach this lie that the Moabites and the Ammonites are the Japanese and Chinese, and they do it to keep pushing the mixed stuff too.
The mixed
they
stuff.
gotta use that to say, oh, see, because Rehoboam, and they try. That's why they use it. They know if they ain't got that, they ain't got a hook on Rehoboam no more. So that everything when they're dealing with mixed stuff, anytime you start debunking that stuff, they trying to find a way to keep it going because they need the lie to keep going.
Facts.
They need the lie to keep going. But the elders of the House of David agreed, and they did a 2-hour video, and they brought a lot of scriptures, proof, and all that, showing that Moab and Ammon is not the Chinese and it's not the Japanese, because they're not. They're not. They're not. That was a One West false teaching. And this is why I be trying to tell y'all, when these people be out here and these niggas be out here talking about we the home of the truth. We've been teaching this since this, and we never changed none of our doctrines and none of our teachings. Y'all because y'all teaching lies. This stuff is not true. Y'all was making shit up as they was going on, Kjudah. As they was teaching, brother, they were just making shit up, and then putting it out there for the people, and then it wasn't true. The shit was lies. But go ahead. Let's go to Amos. We want to read Amos chapter 2, all the way verse 1 down to 3. And we want to show y'all, family.
Please let me bring out this one precept, just
know,
because look,
yeah,
we know the gang saying out there, right? So the best way to shut down all gang saying is to prove it, right?
Right.
Now, my brother Shar Sham just told y'all, and you can go get any map. You're gonna find that Moabites, Ammonites, and the Edomites was all dwelling around our territory. Look at what the Lord said, and this is going to be proof. This is Isaiah 16 and verse 1. He says, send ye the lamb, which is Yahshua, to the ruler of the land from Salah. You get a map. Salah is Edom.
Right.
It says, send ye the lamb to the ruler of the land of Salah. Watch what else he about to say. To the wilderness, unto the mount of the daughter of Zion. Now, why would he come from Salah to get to the wilderness of the mount of the daughter of Zion? Watch what else he about to say. Verse 2, for it shall be that as a wandering bird cast out of the nest, so the daughters of Moab should be at the fords of Arnan. Take counsel, execute judgment.
Right. And where you see Arnan at? Where the Arnan River at? Right here. You see it, Kjudah?
Right there.
Where are we talking about that Moab and Ammon at? They're over in the Holy Land, family, not in China and not in Japan.
Absolutely.
So we reading location out the Bible. So what these niggas is talking about, the Japanese and the Chinese, they nowhere near Israel. But go ahead, KG. I just tell me the line got to stop. Go ahead.
But this about to blow your mind, because what I'm reading, brother, is he's asking them to hide us in the face when the tribulation happened. Watch what he about to say. This the Lord, man. Watch what he about to say. Verse 3. He say, take counsel, execute judgment, make thy shadow as the night in the midst of the noonday. Hide the outcast. Hide the outcast. Beway not him that wandereth. Let my outcast dwell with thee, Moab. Now, how he gonna do that if it's over here in China and Japan?
Right.
That means their land is by our land, family. Exactly. Because when God bring us into the wilderness, and you can go read this all throughout the Bible, Isaiah 35, you can go prove that the Mount Sinai Peninsula, or where in Arabia, where the real Mount Sinai at, Ammonites and the Arnan River is closer in proximity to where he gonna take his people when he bring us into the wilderness. That's why he just told Moab, hide my outcasts. He said they should be at the fords of the Arnan River. That's over there in the land, family. That ain't over here. That ain't in China and Japan. So I just wanted to prove that, Sham.
Right. Now, let's go to Amos.
Gotcha. I'm already there.
Show y'all this other map I'm gonna take that down. Go ahead, and we're gonna read Amos and show you the territory on where that they're gonna name the location, and we're gonna pull it exactly up and show you. Go ahead, Kjudah.
This is Amos chapter 2, verse 1. And it reads, thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Moab, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he burned the bones of the king of Edom into lime. But I will send a fire upon Moab, and it should devour the palaces of Qanath, and Moab should die with tumult, with shouting.
It should devour the passes of what?
Qanath.
Qanath, family. Y'all see this map?
Right by Jerusalem.
Where you see Qanath at, family? Right there. There it is. This is an ancient Bible map. What do you see? Jerusalem. What do you see? Qanath. So how are they in Japan or China? When the Bible telling you exactly where he gonna do it at. Read it again. Start it from the top, Kjudah. Can't get around it. Can't get around it. You can't get around it. Y'all can't keep pushing out this lie. Why this did not happen yet, did it, Kjudah?
Yeah, man, no, that ain't happened yet at all.
Exactly. So what are they talking about? What are they talking about? Go ahead.
This is Amos chapter 2 and verse 1. And it reads, thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Moab, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he burned the bones of the king of Edom into lime. But I will send a fire upon Moab, and it should devour the palaces of Qanath. And Moab should die with tumult, and with shouting, and with the sound of the trumpet.
Right. And see that? So the Lord, and they already been judged over there. Those so-called modern day ones. That's why you have the issues with the Gaza Strip. You see how they was over there bombing and all that stuff going on, KG? They are your modern day Moabites and Ammonites of this time. You see what I'm saying? That's why all that stuff going on over there, family, because of what they did to us. Now, let's go to Zephaniah chapter 2, and we're going to read verse 8 and 9. So see, family, this is what we're trying to show y'all. Moab and Ammon, it's not the Japanese and Chinese at all. You see what I'm saying? They use that to push the mixing on them. So they can say, see, so y'all thinking, hey, King Rehoboam mother is a Chinese woman or a Japanese woman and all that crap. No, his mother is not no Chinese or Japanese woman. She's not. King Rehoboam is truly, he's not mixed like y'all, like people think. He's not. All he has in his body, he's a full-blooded Shemitic Hebrew. His mother is a Hebrew, his father's a Hebrew. The only issue is he have too much, he got pure blood in him. Too pure blood, which made him a little impure. That's it. But other than that, he's a full-blooded Shemitic Hebrew. That's all he is. He's an Israelite. He's not mixed out at all. He's not mongrel or none of that. He just have some too much impure. He got not too much, but he have impure blood in him. That was it. Other than that, he's a full-blooded Hebrew. But go ahead, Kjudah.
Where we going now?
Zephaniah. We're going to go to chapter 2. We're going to read verse 8 and 9. So let me take this part down and put the other screen back up. So see, family, this is why we doing it this way, because we know our people need to see what we showing. Y'all get an envision of what we saying so y'all can understand it now. Because see, these guys, they're not going to do that. All they're going to do is come up here, they're going to read some scriptures, and they're going to put together some theatrics and lie to y'all. You see what I'm saying? We showing you the locations, the places, and all that, so you can get a visual and get an understanding on what we saying, so that people can stop lying to y'all.
Whenever you're ready, Sham.
Go ahead.
Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 8 and 9. And it reads, I have heard the reproach of Moab and the reviling of the children of Ammon, whereby they have reproached my people and magnified themselves against their borders. Shar Sham, how can you magnify yourself against somebody's borders unless you're around their borders?
Exactly. And where their borders at? Right here in Israel. Is they not, Kjudah?
Absolutely.
This is what we show y'all on the map. Because if they in China, you telling me they got a border in China and a border in Japan? Don't make sense. But go ahead.
Verse 9. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, surely Moab shall be as Sodom, and the children of Ammon as Gomorrah, even the breeding of needles and salt pits, and perpetual desolation. The residue of my people shall spoil them, and the remnant of my people shall possess them. Hold on. I thought they land was in Japan and China, brother. He talking about we gonna possess them over there where we at, because their land is in close proximity with us.
Thank you, Kate. See what I'm saying, bro? But we crazy though. We crazy, y'all crazy. They're crazy. Like, come on, man. They don't know what they talking about. Go ahead, Kjudah.
Let me keep going.
No, that's it on that. So look, family, let's read this next. I had to add these inserts in here too, because I needed to show y'all this, right? So,
and Shar Sham, go back right quick. So we need to say this too. Y'all see where the Arnon River at?
Right.
And y'all see the plains of Moab. The Most High told the children of Israel when they came out of Egypt, I will never give you the land of Edom. I will never give you the land of the Moabites. I will never give you the land of the Ammonites. So when you look at the Arnon River below it, that's the land of Moab. When you look at the top, that's what you would call the country. We never took Moab's land from them. We took it from the Ammonites, who took it from Moab. So the territory at the top is where Reuben was dwelling at, because Moses died on Mount Nebo, right above the Arnon River, right there, Mount Nebo. That's where Moses died at.
And Kjudah, remember the city we just read?
There you go, Kerr. That's Kerr.
Right. There it is, right there.
Land. That's their real land at the bottom.
It's like I say, we just putting it all together right in scripture. So how can they be in Japan and China? It's all right here, right in your face. I mean, it's not a mistake. But go ahead, Kjudah. It's not a mistake.
And where y'all see the Arnon River at, if you get another map, not only will you find, they go to Ammonites, right?
Right.
Moab is in close proximity with the Ammonites and the Moabites, because they dwelt around the territories and borders of the children of Israel, right? This is why in Isaiah 63, the Lord say, who is this coming from Edom with dyed clothes on? He came from Edom, y'all.
Yep.
Because Edom's territory is by our land.
Exactly.
He gonna whoop up on Edom's head, coming from what? The east.
And the east. That's what he said. He gonna go over there and he going to war with who? Edom and the mingled people.
The mingled people.
Think about the mingled people. Who y'all think he's talking about? The mingled people. He's talking about all those Ottoman Turks, those Arabs, those modern day Ammonite, Moabites, all of them. They all considered to be mingled up over there. That's who they are. They all mingled up over there. That's where the Lord going to war at, over there, with them mingled people. Go ahead, Kjudah.
So Shar Sham, if the so-called white man is Edom, the Lord said that who is this coming from Edom? And they saying that the white man is Edom over here. Brother, the Lord say he coming from Edom over there.
Exactly.
Over there.
You have to understand the pure-blooded Edomites, or the original ones of the Edomites, they are black. They
absolutely.
They are Negroes. They are Negroes with red hair. That's all they are. They're red hair Negroes. And he spoiled his seed when he mixed out. So you have other people that are Edomite bloodline, but they are what you would call the mixed seed of Edom, the spoiled seed of Edom, because Edom spoiled his seed, family.
He sure did.
That's what I try to tell y'all. That's why, see, people get mad when you say this. Yeah, you can mix with an Edomite, a pure-blooded one that look like a Negro, and that's why they say that the Edomite was allowed in the congregation in the third generation, because it didn't change the phenotype. That's why they get mad when we say that. But it's the truth. The original Edomite was never white. That's a one West lie. The original Edomite are black. They are Negroes with red goat, like a goat hair, like a stringy goat hair. But they black people with goat looking hair. They just Negro or black dude with red hair. Black people get red hair all the time. My cousin's hair turn red, but they Negroes. You see what I'm saying, Kjudah?
Absolutely.
But that's an Algino. You can grow red hair. I got a red hair coming out my beard, which I thought was weird. But yeah, Esau is nothing but a Negro with red hair all over his body. That's it. And matter of fact, just get that, Kjudah, where it talks about us mixing with the Edomites, please, and coming into the third generation so we can read it. That way y'all can understand it. That's why I tell people, if you ever played a video game called Zelda, and an evil man that Zelda fight against Link, that fight at the end of his people, I think his name Gandalf, his race, they are dark-skinned people with red hair. That's how the original Edomites would have looked, like that. and they was considered an evil people in a game called The Legend of Zelda. And the Most High showed me that one day, and I said, wait a minute. And he was like, this would be, he was telling me through the spirit, this how an Edomite would look. They black with red hair, Negroes.
Absolutely. Facts.
They not white people that came out the womb. That's a lie. And we could interbreed with them, and our phenotype wouldn't change. That's why it had to be the third generation, because it really didn't. The bloodline really is not that bad mixing with an Edomite, but the Lord wanted to clean it up still and say, hey, when you hit the third generation, they was allowed in. Why is that in scripture, family? Why is it in scripture? Why? Nobody want to talk about that though. Same thing with the who else? The Ethiopian and the Egyptian. We all looked alike. That's why we hid amongst the Edomites. When how was we able to hide amongst the Edomites for a certain time when we was going to war if Esau was white? How we was going to war with Edom side by side, and they said they couldn't tell the difference between the
I was just about to say that. Thank you for bringing that out. I was just about to bring that out. Yep.
So you want to tell me, listen, if we didn't look like the Edomites, why they couldn't tell us apart? When we was warm with these people. Scriptures they never want to talk about. So you want to tell me you can look at a white man and a black man, but they hear Edomite at this time, and we in war, and they don't know who's an Edomite and who's an Israelite? Like, stop it. They're the games they play. But some white people are Edomites. They're just not pure-blooded. They are what you call the spoiled seed Edomites, the mixed out ones. Because look who Edom married. You got to look how he defiled his seed. The scriptures tell you that. And then he was trying to hide his seed amongst all the nations. Was he not, Kjudah? That's in the scripture.
It tell you that in the book of Obadiah that you have spread your he say, yes, man, you want me to get that?
We'll get that. Let's get the breeding in first of the generations, and then
he say you have made. I don't even need to get it. He said you have made yourself small among the heathen.
Right. Well, go ahead. You can get it then. Go ahead to the Obadiah. Because I know we supposed to be getting a Rehoboam. We are a family, but this information we bringing out first is more important to lead up to what we saying and why certain things happen, so y'all can understand the bloodline genealogy. If we didn't go over this, y'all wouldn't understand it. This is important, just as important as leading up to Rehoboam. You see what I'm saying? That's why we had to go over the stuff with Lot and his children and who they were, because this is the false teachings that they like to say. So whenever you're ready, Kjudah.
This is Obadiah, and I'm gonna just get straight to the point. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus said the Lord God concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. So he made Edom nation small amongst the other heathen nations. Okay. And he a greatly despised people. That's why I always talk about the, like I say, when they say this is the man that been causing all the chaos on the earth. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, Kjudah?
Yeah, you talking about Isaiah 14
or whatever. Yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all, it ain't gonna be no white man. It's gonna be a nigga. A lot of y'all gonna be surprised. I keep telling y'all that. Trust me, there's not gonna be a white guy you're gonna see. It's gonna be a nigga. And that's why everybody gonna be looking like, what? This is the man? Yeah. Ain't no, I'm telling y'all, it's not no white man. It's gonna be a nigga. But
I got that. No. You asked me to get Deuteronomy 23, verse 7 through 8.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite, for he's thy brother.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not abhor Egyptian, because thou was a stranger in his land.
Mm-hmm.
The children that are begotten of them shall enter into the congregation of the children that are begotten of them.
Of them, go ahead.
Shall enter into the congregation of the Lord in their third generation.
So he's telling us if we had children with them, right? That's begotten of them. They can enter into the kingdom, family. That's a congregation in their third generation. Why is that? You notice whenever we ask about those certain scriptures, One West would never explain it. They 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 will. And you right, Elder Apostle. The Edomites there, they mix with the Herodians and the Canaanites. We agree. But the original Edomites are black.
Yeah. That's true. What Brother Yehuda just put in there. The Edomites and the Jews fought the Romans together, and they could not tell them apart. So if they couldn't tell them apart, how they white? How they Caucasian? When you can't tell somebody apart, that mean they look alike.
Exactly.
Just like when Yahshua went and hid in Egypt, Shar Sham, they couldn't find that baby.
Right. Because he looked like all the rest of the babies. Dad, what we doing next? Where we going next?
Did you want to go ahead and
no, right here. I want you to read this.
Gotcha.
So I added this in here too about the Moabites. All right, and this is our stock. So you can just read this, Kjudah.
It say the Moabites were of Shem. That's Shem, huh?
Right. Shem stock.
The Moabites were of Shem stock and of kin to the Hebrew Hebrews.
See? Because they Hebrews themselves.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
As is indicated by their descent from Lot, the nephew of Abraham, and by their language, which is particularly the same as the Hebrew. This is clearly from the inscription on the MS, a monument of Mesha, king of Moab, erected about 850 BC, as discovered among the ruins of Daban in 1868. It contains 34 lines of about 9 words each, written in the old, that's Phoenician, huh?
Right. Yeah, that's Phoenician. Yeah,
Phoenician. Okay.
And Hebrew.
And Hebrew.
Right.
A Phoenician and Hebrew characters corresponding to the Salon inscription and those found in Phoenicia, showing that it is a dialect of the Shem tongue prevailing in, what's that, Paleo-Hebrew?
Right, in Paleo-Hebrew.
Okay. The original inhabitants of Moab were the Ems.
Right. So, as y'all can see, family, Moab and they are related. They was even using the Hebrew Phoenicians characteristics as well. And then that's when they started. I think they switched their language out to the Moabite inscriptions. But one point, as they got evidence that they was using it. So we know that they are Shemites. And
straight Shemites.
Here we go, right here too.
Okay.
This is to prove how we know that they are over there and they got mixed into with the Arabs. Go ahead, read that, Kjudah.
Moab plays a part.
No, right here.
Okay, I got you. It say at a later date, Moab was overrun by the Nabateans, Arabs who ruled in Petra, and extended their authority on the east side of Jordan, even as far as Damascus. The Moabites lost their identity as a nation and were afterward confounded with the Arabs, as we see in the statement of Joshua.
Right. And then if you go over there today, right, and we know that the Arabs, and this is why the elders were saying that that the Moabites and the Ammonites, they got sucked up in there with the Arabs, so they pretty much Muslims today, and which would be modern day Palestinians and Jordanians is who they are. The Moabites would be the Palestinians, and the Ammonites, I believe, is the Jordanians. And I think this is the one right here where it talks about the Ammonites, and they try to describe the Ammonites, but you know they're going to give you that. They ain't going to say that they black, but you can read that, KG.
You want me to start where it say the Amorites?
Yeah.
At the top. Okay. It say in Numbers 13:29, the Amorites are described as a mountaineers, and in harmony with this, according to the professor, Petrie's notes, the Egyptians, artists represent them with fair complexion, blue eyes, and light hair.
All right, now we know that come on,
crazy.
I'm using it for contextual stuff and what they trying to claim that the Amorites look like, but y'all know biblical proportions, they not going to say that they look like us. But go ahead.
It would therefore seem that they belong to the Libyans, race of northern Africa, rather than to the Shemites stock. In Western Asia, however, they were mixed with other races, elements derived from the subject population, and as they spoke a Shem language, which was Hebrew, One of the most important of these elements would have been the Shemites. It is, in its general sense, moreover, the name Amorite included in the bad period of all the settled and civilized people west of the Euphrates to whatever race they might belong.
Right. Okay. That was it on that.
But everybody at that time all looked alike though. So I don't understand how people, and then the people that they mixed with all looked alike at that time.
Yeah, you know, they like to add in their little stuff where they try to you know, claim this is how somebody would look, but you know they're going off of, you know, how they feel. Okay, Judah. That's why I
got you. Yeah, I got you.
Oh, I got one more thing on the Ammonites. Hold on. I mean, not the Ammonites, but the
yeah, man, because I got a book called The Last 2 Million Years, and they actually tell you in the book when the Arabs went and invaded Egypt. And that's why when you look at Egypt today, you have those people, they'll tell you, no, I'm Egyptian, but them ain't no Egyptians.
Right.
Those are not no Egypt. Those are not like when people say, no, we Arabs. Them ain't no real Arabs. The real Arabs black. And they still got some black ones over there.
Exactly.
The indigenous people is still floating around on the earth, bro. Yeah, just let me know when you're ready, Sham.
Yeah, go ahead. We can start.
Okay, it's a Semitic people who flourish as an autonomous political state on the fringes of the Syrian desert in central Transjordan.
Right.
13.
So these are Ammonites. Go ahead.
13 to 580 BC, because we know time went backwards at that time. The occasional references to the Ammonites after the exile indicates an entirely different ethnic group, which occupied the same geographical area, but maintained no independent national existence.
Right.
Well, they sure won't say they black, huh? They'll tell you they Shemitic.
Right. And this is who we talking about today. What they would call the Jordanians. They, you know, referring to them as the so-called modern day Ammonites. They are your so-called modern day Ammonites today. So, but they're not the original at all.
Facts.
They're not the original.
Absolutely.
But they are the mixed out people, just like the so-called Palestinians. You know, and you know they like to act black too. That's why you got DJ Khaled. What was you name? French Montana.
Yep, French Montana.
They like to say nigga and, you know, all the stuff in their raps, hang around black people, dress like black.
Yep.
Talk like black people.
Facts, brother. Facts.
So now we're gonna get into we can get into the King Solomon, and again we can jump back there and then get into King Rehoboam, his mother, and all that.
Okay.
Through the time.
Man, that was well put together, Sham. That was well put together, brother.
Yes, and sorry, family, for the cursing. I'm trying to keep the cursing tone down. I apologize. Don't want to offend nobody.
Okay, so where you want me to go, Sham? You want me to go back to King Solomon? Because we already read why the reason why King Solomon's son was able to sit on the throne is because of Solomon's sin against Yah. He split the kingdom up, and this is where Rehoboam come in the picture.
Right. So I mean, if you want to read it over again, we can start from what you read earlier too.
Okay, I got you.
And we can run it down. That way, for people that came in late or whoever missed it.
Okay. This is 1 Kings chapter 11. We're going to run it down again. 1 Kings chapter 11, and I'm going to read verse 1 through 6. And then I'll tell y'all when I'm going to skip down. 1 Kings chapter 11 and verse 1 through 6. And it reads, But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughters of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites and Ammonites, Edomites, Sidonians, and Hittites, of the nations, concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye should not go into them, neither should they come in unto you. For surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love, and he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. For it came to pass when Solomon was old, that his wife turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with the Lord his Yah, as was the heart of David his father. For Solomon went after Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Sidonians, and after Malcolm, the abomination of the Ammonites. And Solomon did evil in the sight of the Lord, and went not
Right.
fully after the power, as did his father David.
Right. So he did evil in the sight of the Lord because he went after these the other gods of the women that he was in love with.
Facts.
So with that being said, this brings us to King Rehoboam's mother.
And I got the scripture for that too.
Yeah. So who y'all see here, family, is King Rehoboam's mother, the Ammonite princess. She was a Shemite, a Hebrew, and she's out of our bloodline. His mother. Okay. So she was the princess of her nation. So what y'all have to understand too is that when you're dealing with kings, queens, princesses, or people of your nations, what they would call rulers, right? You got family bloodlines, and it's like, okay, whose stock do you come out of? And that will make your blood high value or not. Well, King Solomon is the son of a king. You see what I'm saying? And he's a king of himself, right? So in Israel, King Solomon and his bloodline and his genealogy will be on a hierarch because he comes out of King David bloodline. You see what I'm saying, Kjudah? He's not what you would call Commonwealth of Israel. And there's nothing wrong with being Commonwealth, but you got to think about it. It's a different level to the role that certain people play in the nation. It's just like if the Messiah had children, if the Messiah had sons, right? His sons would be on a hierarchy of who? Kjudah? Everybody, right? Because they come out. Yeah. So that's what we're saying. So when you look at the Ammonite princess, she came out of hierarchy of her nation, her people, because of her bloodline. She was a princess. She wasn't just some normal, common woman out of her nation. You see what I'm saying, Kjudah?
Absolutely.
But go ahead. Let's get into that and read that for the people.
Okay. 1 Kings chapter 14 and verse 21, just to prove who Rehoboam's mother was. 1 Kings 14:21, and it reads, and Rehoboam, the son of Solomon, reigned in Judah. Rehoboam was 41 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 17 years in Jerusalem, the city which the Lord did choose out of all the tribes of Israel to put his name there. And his mother's name was Naamah and Ammonitis. She was a princess, an Ammonitis. She come from the stock of Lot. My brother then already broke it down to y'all that even though the Lord allowed Solomon to get an Ammonite pregnant, it did not change the fact that his son can sit on the throne because this is a Hebrew.
Right. Solomon still is a full Shemitic man. He still is a full-blooded Hebrew Israelite. The only issue not Solomon, Rehoboam. The only issue Rehoboam had was he had pure blood in him that made him partially impure. That was it. But other than that, he's not mixed. He's a full-blooded Hebrew. He's a full-blooded Hebrew. He's a full-blooded Israelite man. He just had, like I said, some inbreeding blood in him. And then you also got to remember too, this is generations down as well. You see what I'm saying, Kjudah? This is generations down where Moab and Ammon was, inbreeding. I mean, not inbreeding, dealing with whoever they was dealing with. And when they built themselves as a nation, it wasn't just from the jump start either. You see what I'm saying? So you got to think about it. This was some time had passed where they had built themselves as to be a nation of people, even though the Most High still didn't want us to mix with them, but they still of our Shemitic stock. Now we can prove that just like you go get the scripture where Esau was taking his wives and how they was displeased at him, so he took an Ishmaelite to please our forefathers. To show y'all that.
I got you.
To show y'all that, so y'all can understand what we're saying, because that's why they tell you take somebody of your own stock. Yeah, this Ammonite princess does have impure blood in her, but she's still of the Hebrew and Shemitic stock. She's still a Hebrew. And we're going to show y'all something else that King Rehoboam did, even though he has the inbreeding blood in his veins. He did something else that is going to shock y'all. Because usually when people got messed up blood, what they do, Kjudah, they keep on tainting it or messing it up, right?
Yep, keep messing it up.
King
Just like today.
Rehoboam ain't do
Like
that.
today.
King Rehoboam ain't do that.
I got you right now.
Oh, you good? Go ahead. Whenever you're ready.
All right, family. This is Genesis 36. And this is what his father Esau, father Isaac, didn't want him to do. But like my brother Shar Sham just told y'all, to please his father, he took of the stock. He took of the stock
the Hebrew
of his father,
Shemitic
father Abraham, a Shemite, Ishmael.
Now remember, the Ishmaelites, they are Hebrew Ishmaelites, just like Esau is a Hebrew Edomite. They all still Shemites and they all still Hebrews, but they're of their own nation. That's why the scripture says, yes, they are Abraham's seed, but they all was not chosen of Abraham's seed. Correct, Kjudah?
Absolutely. Talk that talk.
But they still of our people. Go ahead, Kjudah, whenever you're ready.
This is Genesis 36 and verse 1. It say, now these are the generations of Edom. These are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Esau took his wives of the daughters of Canaan. Ada, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and Ahalabama, the daughter of Anna, the daughter of Zibeon the Hivite, and Bethshemet, Ishmael's daughter, sister of Nabajat. So that just goes to prove that he also took a woman of the Ishmaelite stock to please his father, because they told they told Esau and Jacob, do not take wives of the daughters of Canaan. Even Abraham was adamant with his servant, do not bring my son back here, because he said that, well, if I can't find a woman for him, what you want me to do? You say, do not bring my son back here. Do not take of my son a daughter of Canaan. I mean, they was really adamant about that thing, family. So you got to ask yourself, the Lord did not want our father to take wives of the daughters of Canaan, which was the Girgashites, the Hivites, the Amorites, the Canaanites. He said, don't do it. Ishmael did it. Esau did it anyway. He knew it was going to displease his father, but he did it anyway. So like Sham just told y'all, he went on and took him a daughter of Ishmael, and it just said it right here.
Right. So he took a woman of his stock. Now let's go to Nehemiah 13, and we're just going to read this to get this out the way. So we was mixing with the Moabites and Ammonites, okay, which was against the scriptures. The Lord didn't want us to do that with them because of their ancestral blood, because we know that it messed up the genome. You see what I'm saying? But you know, Solomon did with
All right, this is Nehemiah 13 and verse 23. I think it's 23. Yeah, 23. Okay. I just started at verse 22. It says Nehemiah 13, verse 22. And I commanded the Levites that they should cleanse themselves, and that they should come and keep the gates to sanctify the Sabbath day. Remember me, O my power, concerning this also, and spare me according to the greatness of thy mercy. In those days also saw our Jews that have married wives of Ashdod and Ammon and of Moab, and their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod, and could not speak in the Jews' language, but according to the language of each people.
Right. See, so they couldn't speak according to our language anymore, because I think during that time that the Moabites and the Ammonites started coming up with their own dialect of language. So they, like how we read earlier that they was dealing with the Phoenician and all that, Kjudah. Then you know,
Absolutely.
later on you had what you call the Moabite stone and stuff like that. And I think it was another stone of with the Ammon, their language. So their language changed. Their language changed then. So pretty much those children was cast out when we was dealing with them. But see, we was inbreeding with Moab and Ammon for some time now. But the Lord didn't want us to do that because of him wanting to keep our bloodline pure and not messing up our stock. Go to the book of Sirach, chapter 26, Kjudah, and read 20 and 21. The Lord didn't want us doing that, especially with the Ammonites, because like I said, the Ammonites have two impure blood because of the incest. Their impure blood, you have to clean the bloodline up. So we're going to show you where King Rehoboam breeded back into his own line. He didn't breed out.
What you want again, Sirach? What?
Sirach 26 and verse 20 and 21.
I got you. Sirach 26, verse 20 and 21. And it reads, when thou hast got a fruitful possession while the field, sow it with thy own seed.
See, so that's what they were saying. They wanted to sow it with our own seed, the Lord. But yeah, the Moabites and Ammonites is a part of our people, but they are just impure seed. But go ahead.
When thou hast gotten a fruitful possession throughout the field, sow it with thy own seed, trusting in the goodness of thy stock. So thy race which thou leavest shall be magnified. So thy race which thou leavest shall be magnified.
Right.
Having the confidence of their good descent.
Right. Okay. So what was next after that? We're gonna read about
yeah, because we already proved that his mother was an Ammonite princess.
Right.
We already proved why the Most High allowed King Rehoboam to sit on the throne, because his father Solomon sinned, and when Yah split the kingdom up, the only one who could sit on the throne, because y'all remember, what did Yah tell David? I will always have a man to sit on the throne for your sake. The only one who was able to sit on the throne from Solomon's stock was Rehoboam. And if somebody say, well, why would y'all do such a thing? Because I'm gonna have mercy on one I want to have mercy. I'm gonna have compassion on one who I want to have compassion. He do what he want to do.
So let's go to Second Chronicles now.
Okay.
Chapter 11, and we're gonna read 18 to 23. So now we're gonna show y'all what King Rehoboam did, and where his stock was, and how he breeded into his own bloodline. He didn't breed out. He bred into his own people, and that's like the Most High still fixing the line. So the line, yeah, his blood was a little tainted, but he was not a manzer or a mongrel or anything like that. He still was a full Shemitic man. He still was a full Hebrew Israelite man. He just had some impure blood in him from his mother's stock. But we're going to show you how he didn't breed out. He stayed with his own people. He died, was buried with his own people. He did not take on any of the ways of the Ammonites, their gods, or anything.
What is it again, Sham? Second Chronicles?
Second Chronicles. We're going to read chapter 11. Okay. And we're going to start at verse 18 to verse 23.
I got you. This is Second Chronicles, chapter 11, and verse 18 to 23. And it reads, and Rehoboam took him Malek, the daughter of Jamat, the son of David to wife. The son of David to wife.
Son of
And
King David.
Abiel, that's right.
Mhm.
And Abiel, the daughter of Eliab, the son of Jesse, which bare him children, Jehush, and Shemariah, and Zaham. And after her, he took Maacah, the daughter of Absalom, which bare him Abijah, and Attah, and Zaza, and Shemit. And Rehoboam loved Maacah, the daughter of Absalom, above all his wives and his concubines, for he
See
took
that?
18 wives. Yep.
He loved an Israelite woman more than anybody, family. Above them all. Go ahead.
Above all his wives and his concubines, for he took 18 wives and 60 concubines, which is 60, and begot 28 sons and 60 daughters, 60 daughters. And Rehoboam made Abijah, the son of Maacah, the chief, to be ruler among his brethren, for he thought to make him king. And he dealt wisely and dispersed all his children throughout all the countries of Judah and Benjamin unto every fenced city. And he gave them victuals in abundance, and he desired many wives.
See that? And he spread his children and his people out throughout their own people.
But he
You feel
bred
me?
back in. Y'all see that?
Bred back in. So all his bloodline bred back into Israel. So even though he had some tainted blood, eventually all that blood was cleaned up anyway, because they all bred back into the nation. So it ain't no, it's not a geno out there of what you would call a mixed Rehoboam line, like how they want to say. You see what I'm saying, Kjudah? Because it's people we bred back in. He bred back in. So Rehoboam is not mixed, nor is he a manzer or anything like that. He still was a full Hebrew man. He still was a full Shemitic man. He just had some impure blood in him because of the geno and strain that was in his mother bloodline from the mixing of Lot. And that's the truth about it. You know, he didn't look any different. He wasn't looking like a Japanese or Chinese person. All these people then, they were Negroes. You know what I'm saying? When all this stuff went on. All on was black people. And as y'all can see here, this is a beautiful timeline chart that, you know, my brother Kjudah made. Abraham, y'all see, is a Hebrew. And you see his nephew Lot here, which is a black man. Lot, the Hebrew. Lot daughters, Hebrews. King Solomon, Hebrew Israelite. Then you have Naamah, the Ammonite princess, which is a Hebrew. Okay?
Absolutely. Facts.
The mother of Rehoboam, son, King Solomon, which is a Hebrew. And that's pretty much it, family. That's the timeline chart. There's no way you can get around it, because their thing is they want to interpolate the Chinese and the Japanese of being Moab and Ammon, so they could push that doctrine as King Rehoboam. That's why every time you bring up a conversation of somebody being mongrel, somebody being mixed, somebody this or that,
right,
they got to use that to say that this is King King Rehoboam, and he's mixed. So to justify why some people have white mothers, and you see what I'm saying, Kjudah?
Absolutely. Talk that
The seed of the father doctrine.
Right.
But they don't tell you that King Rehoboam mother is a Hebrew. They'll never mention that. They'll say, yeah, they come from us.
They never say that. No.
Right.
They never say Shar Shamite.
Exactly.
Hey, Shar Sham, can you I want to share something real quick.
Oh yeah,
we get up out of here. I want to just prove this to my brother, because you just said it, but I want to prove it. Okay. Y'all see this, family? We're gonna deal with this one first. The nations know that how many generations it take to just spoil your seed. I mean, completely spoiled it, right? Shar Sham, you can see this?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So here we got a brother at the top, right? He got with a Caucasian woman and had a son. Look, the son is biracial, first generation. But instead of this son taking a woman that looked like his father, look what he did. He went and got somebody that looked like his mother, and this came out, which is a second generation, right? This second generation son went and did the same thing. And look at the third generation, a complete Caucasian.
Yep.
A complete Caucasian. Now, if this boy say his granddaddy was black, nobody wouldn't believe him because they spoiled the generations. Now watch this. Look now look at this one. This sister right here, she got with a Caucasian man, and they had the same thing about racial child. But the daughter said, man, I don't want nobody to look like my daddy. She went and got a black man. Look what they produced in the second generation. This daughter went and got her a black man, and look what they did to the third generation. You see how they breed that child back in?
Right. Exactly.
That's why the Lord put third and fourth generation in the Bible, family. So you can breed back in instead of breeding out. And then you're going to look like this when you get to the third generation. You done spoiled your seed, man. This why he don't like mixing. Shar Sham just had me read in the Sirach. Plow with your own seed so your descent and your stock may be magnified. Don't dilute it, family. And I know some of us didn't know when we came into the walk. So that means teach your children to do better. Because you didn't know. You didn't know what was required of you that you didn't post to mix. So now that you know, you teach your children to get somebody that look like you so they could save the generations to come. So I just wanted to show that, Sham.
Yeah, hey man. Hey, that was perfect. That's why we be yin and yang. That was perfectly added on to the class, family. But pretty much, family, that's it. Like, you know, we
great class. Awesome,
and
awesome, my brother.
Yeah, nobody cannot say that King Rehoboam is a mixed breed. He's not mixed. He's a full Hebrew Israelite, full Shemitic.
Not at all.
Only thing we found in scripture and about him is that he had some impure blood in his genome, and that was from his mother lineage of the mixing. And that happened. And remember, she was generations after all that stuff that happened with Lot when they became a nation of people. So you got to understand who they was dealing with, and when they became a nation, you know, with the Moabites and the Ammonites. And they're definitely not the so-called modern, what you would call, you know what I mean? Your well, you have your modern day ones, but they not the originals. So when y'all see DJ Khaled and French Montana and all them different people, they're your so-called modern day Moabites and Ammonites, the Jordanians and the people over there in Palestine, free Palestine. You know what I'm saying, Kjudah? That's
absolutely
who they are.
Facts.
And that's why they get bombed and all that stuff over there. But like I said, but a lot of them are the Ottoman Turk babies. They mixed out, what you would call the mingled people.
The mingled people. And it's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. The mingled people is in scripture. So if anybody tell you ain't no such thing, you can find scriptures in the Bible where Yah talks about the mingled people.
Yeah. Matter of fact, let me see my scripture up real quick. Okay. I mean, let me find that scripture so you can read it.
Hey, my sister, Trina Yah, you are absolutely correct. Nobody can sit on the throne unless they was of Hebrew stock. So that's why Rehoboam was able to sit on the throne after his father, because he still was a Hebrew, because a lot's children are still Shemitic. So like Shar Sham say, it did not change anything in Rehoboam. It's just that he had some blood in him, you know, that was kind of, you know, because of because of what the daughters of Lot did with their father.
Hold on 1 second, Kjudah.
Oh yeah, go ahead, my brother. Take your time. Yeah, it was an awesome class, brother. And I want to just say this, family, while my brother finding that this is why it would behoove every last one of us, family. In order for us to teach Yah's people, we must equip ourselves with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, with history, understand timelines, understand these things. Because you never know what arena you might be in, and you want to be able to feed the people with the right understanding. Because if you don't read, how you going to feed the people? If you don't take time out of your life to give to Yah, how you going to feed his people? Because we have many teachers in Israel. And I'm going to tell y'all, some of them need to put this Bible down. Some of them need to put this Bible down. because they causing a lot of confusion. Tazariak being one of them. I don't got nothing personal against Tazariak, but when you listen to him, family, he need to go back to the drawing board. I'm just being real, man. He need to go back to the drawing board. He say a lot of outlandish things that just not biblical. He do, man. And it ain't just him, but you know, he say a lot of things, man, especially when he go to Sinetta. Like how Sinetta got more understanding than Tazariak when Tazariak is the one who believe in the Bible. Man, when I watched that the other day, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Sinetta was teaches Tazariak the right way too. I was like, how he know this and you don't? But that's another topic, man. That's another topic. I mean, he really was telling Tazariak the right things, family. And Tazariak was saying the wrong things. And he the one who believe, and this dude really don't even believe. And he was teaching him. But go ahead, man.
Yeah, Kjudah. It's I had to take that phone call. Jeremiah 25 and 24.
Okay, I got you. Jeremiah 25 and 24. This is Jeremiah chapter 25 and 24. And it reads, and all the kings of Arabia and all the kings of the mingled people that in the desert.
And all the kings of the mingled people that dwell in the desert. Keep on.
I got you. Verse 25. And all the kings of Zimrah, and all the kings of Elam, and all the kings of the Medes, and all the kings of the north, far and near, one with another, and all the kingdoms of the world, which are upon the face of the earth, and the king of Shishak shall drink.
That's it. My bad.
Okay.
I just I don't think I heard you say the part where. Wait a minute. You know what?
I read again.
No. I think I gave you the wrong scripture.
Okay.
No, that was the right scripture, but that's not the one I wanted you to read. I wanted you to read.
I think you want the one in Ezekiel.
Ezekiel 30 and 5. That's what it was. My bad.
Well, y'all see how me and my brother said the same thing. Ezekiel. Well, I say, boy, you got to know where you're going. Boy, you got to know how to swing it.
He gonna hit him with the sword. That's what I was talking about. My bad.
All right. Ezekiel 30.
Yeah.
And verse 5. And it reads, Ethiopia and Libya and Lydia and all the mingled people and Chub and the men of the land that is in the league shall fall with them by the sword, family. All the mingled people.
Now he told you the mingled people over in the desert, right? In Arabia and all those places. Now he's telling you Ethiopia, Libya. So you got a lot of mingled people all in these different areas, family, that's going to fall by the sword. Who do y'all think he's talking about? The so-called modern day people, Arabs, Palestinians, all these different people that's mixed up and mingled up, that comes from the Ottoman Empire and people's occupying lands, like the people down there in Egypt. They mingled people too. They not the Arabs. A lot of them are the Turks. They all in Egypt. You see what I'm saying?
Great Turks.
What are they doing there? It's a lot of them. They everywhere. But the Lord said he's going to deal with them, family. And this is why they hate to talk about it. Say, oh, there's no such thing as mixed. It is a such thing as mixed.
Sure is. It is such thing as mixed.
The mingled people are the mongrel race, which we call the mixed people or the mixed race. But if anybody got any questions, family, y'all, anybody want to come up and get their thoughts or got any questions, I'm going to drop the link. And me and my big brother, Kjudah, we going to, that's going to be it. But please do not come up here if you don't have questions about what we're talking about. I'm not trying to be up here debating on some stuff right now, and because it's going to mess up the class.
Facts.
You got anything you want to add on or questions about the topic we talking about? That's perfectly fine. But don't be asking no crazy questions about other stuff. We ain't got time for that today. We can do that another time, like on an open forum or open platform where we don't mind. But this is just about King Rehoboam and certain things that the Lord allowed to happen. Because I know people like to do stupid stuff like that to mess up the show for the topic. But anything you want to say, Kjudah?
And I just want to say, great class, brother. Thank you for having me up here to swing the sword with you. All praise to the Most High for giving you the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to be able to feed the sheep. Because now this is another doctrine out the way that people
Right.
got better understanding, brother. That nobody have to come and say, "Oh, Rehoboam is mixing." You just broke it down for the whole nation. So I thank the Most High for giving you understanding to feed His people, brother.
Already. Yeah, I hope everybody understand that about King Rehoboam. That way we don't have to worry about it no more, and y'all don't have to be tricked anymore with people, pushing the lies on y'all. Like
Right.
like I said, a lot of these guys are teaching these things and stuff like that, to keep up with the inbreeding and the mixing and the mixing out, and pushing a 12 tribe chart lie and stuff like that. So that's the biggest issue is going on right now. They got to keep that lie going on. So the biggest people they use in the scriptures when it comes to this whole mixed thing, they like to use is Ruth and King Rehoboam. They're the first two people they run to. But they don't want to deal with Nehemiah, Ezra, second Esdras. I mean, not second Esdras, first Esdras, and all the other scriptures that witness to us the pollution of mixing and him not wanting us to do that.
And they have to stop running to Numbers chapter 1. Like, can y'all please stop using that scripture, man? That doesn't work anymore. When you start at verse 1, it was not numbering them according to the pedigree, which I found out through Shar Sham, which means pure blood pedigree. He was not numbering them because had anything to do with the seed of the father. He was numbering them, preparing them for men fit to go to war.
Right.
So now see how they jump from Numbers chapter 1 and went straight to 18. That's why I always tell everybody, start at verse 1. That's your foundation. It's going to let you know what's going on in the chapter. If you just jump in the middle of something, you're going to confuse yourself. And that's what they do. They jump straight to 18 and they say, you see, they did this by the house of their father. But when you go to verse 1, they was being numbered because they was getting ready to go for to war. It had nothing to do with the seed of the father. It had everything to do with numbering these men according to the house of their father, who was fit, able, and ready to go to war. Women don't go to war in our nation, so of course he ain't gonna number them according to no woman. It's gonna be according to the father because men go to war. So let's get all the men according to the tribe in the house of your father. We gonna number you and see if you fit to go to battle. That's just that simple. You will never find one scripture where a woman went to war with the men. You won't find it.
Exactly. I've seen it, Nehemiah. I downloaded it. I got the whole breakdown. So what I'm gonna do is, man, Kjudah, we're gonna do a video debunking that whole thing. Right now, I'm just taking my time going through it because I got to set my scriptures up and everything to go against it. Since they won't debate it, they say I want to see somebody debunk it. No problem. I'm already setting myself up to do it. That's why I downloaded the video.
What's that?
Cockroach breakdown of the 12 tribes. I had downloaded the video off his channel. Somebody sent it to me in my inbox.
Hold up.
So I got
they must don't know that me and you then already got that thing prepared with ancient maps and everything.
Yeah. But
we got so much stuff about Osserit and everything. I'm talking about so many maps, so much information. So that will be debunked. Easy.
Yeah. So he put his video up, and because they was charging people for that garbage. But what I did was, since I found out he had it up, somebody sent me the link. I went and downloaded the whole thing. So I was like, I don't care if he take it down or not. I got it now, saved to my tablet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upload it on my computer, and I'm gonna do a whole presentation debunking it.
Absolutely.
Everything.
Facts.
Everything.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one, bro. Because man, we got some ancient maps. We didn't get that modern day stuff. We got so much information, man, about where the real Osserit is, and when y'all find out where it's at, it's gonna shock you, family. A lot of people already know where it's at, but some people don't.
Yeah.
But me and Shar Sham got a lot of maps from like the 1500s, the 1800s. I'm talking about we got some maps, man. You could tell they old.
They kill themselves with their own sources. Some of the sources
Yeah.
that they use, man, when like I said, man, they kill themselves with their own sources. I was like, yo, this is ridiculous. Like, but it is what it is.
Yeah, Sham, but man, if nobody don't got nothing else, brother, I love you with the pure heart. Great class. I
Yep.
pray somebody got some understanding out there. Family, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Many blessings to you all. And like I say, me and my brother got a powerful class coming next week. I'm not going to even say the title, but I will say this: it's going to be controversial.
Oh yeah.
But we come to shake up the house. It's going to be a controversial live, but we come to shake up the house.
Exactly. So with that, family, I'm gonna say shalom. Most High bless. Thank y'all for tuning in. F.O.P.E Civil War for All People's Edification. F.O.P.E family, CC family. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all learned something tonight and got a good education from the King Rehoboam class. I appreciate y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all Shabbat. Everybody who's celebrating the Shabbat. Most High bless. So I'm out. Be out. We see y'all.
You can do what you wanna do, but don't get focused. And you can say